going on? Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Now, Pat McAfee, I still don't understand what's the insane love affair with Pat McAfee. Like, for real. What is the big love affair about? Huh? I don't understand. You know, this guy here acts like he knows what's going on. He acts like he's a guy. Yeah, he used to be a former punter. He's only there because of Aaron Rodgers. Now he's going to talk about, well, Ben Roethlisberger should be the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers. What? Why? For what? So guys can just say F him? Big Ben was a douchebag when he played, and he's gonna be he's an even bigger douche now. He tried to go out and disrespect Lamar Jackson. Somebody had to pull a stat up like, dude, you played with who? You played with Hines, Willie Parker, Jerome Bettis. Remember them guys? Antoine Randall L. That great defense with Joey Porter and those guys, Palomalu. You know, James Harrison. I mean, you had a squad around you, especially at receiver. Then you went from Jerome Bettis to Mendenhall. You had Santonio Holmes. Who I am going to do a video soon on, being better than all these receivers today. I'm going to put him out there because everybody forget about Santonio Holmes with the Buckeyes and with Pittsburgh and with the Jets. Two teams who he got, one to the Super Bowl, the other one to the AFC Championship with a Mark Sanchez. Just to show you that Big Ben didn't make him. He was already great. What is he going to come in and say, Pat? What is he going to talk about? Ben Roethlisberger is the reason Pittsburgh is in the detrimental state they are in now. He's the reason that Mike Tomlin's team was trashed the past 3-4 years before he retired. He was done after that Super Bowl with the Packers. And then Antonio Brown came and resurrected his career. Then he's going to point fingers and call his receivers and team out on a damn radio show instead of being a man and going to tell them in person. So we're going to go get this big coward who nobody brings up his allegations and charges and stuff, but they're quick to bring up Kobe. They're quick to bring up Deshaun Watson, but we only talk about Ben Roethlisberger here and there. And you got Pittsburgh faithful like, man, it's Big Ben. It's Big Ben, no. And it's mainly you white folks, you pink folk. But let it be Deshaun Watson. Oh, man, he's the worst of them. You can't have a girl in sight around him with the masseuse. The massaging. It's like, but he wasn't guilty. He had to pay a civil suit. That doesn't mean he's guilty. He just had to pay some money. Civil suits could last up to years. And he wanted to get back in play, so he just broke the bread. Ben Roethlisberger was on film with the soon-to-be victim, toasted out of his goddamn mind. Did you see any photos of Deshaun Watson toasted or doing anything creepy? No. But we're going to condemn him, but Ben could just walk off in the sunset with his fat ass, right? Pat McAfee, how long you and Ben been buddies? Because I know y'all buddies. You would not have said he needs to be offensive coordinator. He's not going to do nothing in Pittsburgh. This dude has some of the best talent around him that covered up for his weaknesses, his shortcomings. He ain't nothing more than an Eli Manning. They're two quarterbacks who needed a team built around them for them to sustain. Yes, they made the right plays when it mattered, but consistently they also were detrimental to their team because they couldn't dig their team out of the ground. Nobody got time for Big Ben's wishy-washy attitude. He's going to come in there, he's going to have an attitude, he's going to go on his podcast, and he's going to talk shit about everybody, and then one of them players going to want to choke the hell out of his fat neck ass. Like, straight up. Everybody acts like Big Ben didn't have a bunch of Hall of Famers around him. It's crazy. You got idiots like these young bucks who think, oh man, Roethlisberger would be great. Man, listen. Pittsburgh needs to get a real offensive coordinator who knows how to be creative, who knows how to get the passing game going, who knows how to run the ball, who knows how to be creative with their runs. See, that's the problem. You see what happened with Baltimore. They got rid of that fossil, Greg Roman, and look what's happened to their offense. Their offense is moving. They're making plays. Lamar finally has some receivers and people. But yet, they're still having the same problem, injuries. But Ben Roethlisberger, Pat McAfee, what's his experience? Is he coaching? So he ought to be offensive coordinator, right? So he's privileged. So he could just step in there and be an offensive coordinator. What experience does he have calling plays? Don't give me that crap. Oh, he played in the NFL. That's different. Playing on the field and coaching from the sideline are two different things. It's very hard because you got to call a play that will contribute to all 11 of your guys working in sync. You weren't the greatest of leaders. Hell, you weren't a leader at all. There's been players, older players, to call you out saying that you're really an asshole. You're really a prick. You're a douche. And you think this guy gonna come in and save the offense of the Steelers? No. He need to go put his work in. Look what Coach Prime had to do. Coach Prime tried to come in. They was like, nah, you gotta go get experience. He was like, okay. So Coach Prime went and got his experience. They still finding ways to hate on him. But Big Ben and Pat McAfee words, man, Ben, I know you love your podcast and all, buddy, but I think you ought to go coach the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, that's a great idea. You don't shut your dumb ass up, McAfee. You goddamn bum. All you did was punt a goddamn ball. Hell you know about football. You goddamn punter. You ain't nothing but Aaron Rodgers, bitch. That's all you are. Every chance you get, you sucking them off. Allegedly. Because the shit might come out to be true, allegedly. But see, this is the stupidity of having a podcast. See, people are so focused on views and wanting to get known and wanting to blow up that they come up with some of the most asinine things in history. Ben Roethlisberger ain't put no work in, so why the hell? So basically you want him to be like Jeff Saturday. So a guy could just come from the booth with zero experience and just coach the team, right? Look what the team doing right now. They're 2-0. They're 2-0. You know why they're 2-0? Because they got a real goddamn coach. They got the coach from Philly. And everybody trying to say, man, Philly ain't really been all that so far. You got to get an offensive coordinator a chance. He's a new offensive coordinator. But he's earned his job title. He put in work. Unlike Big Ben. This is stupidity I'm trying to tell people. is that you got to start waking up. You got to start smelling the coffee. Like, for real, everybody is falling off when it comes to getting the real information. Everybody is so lost and stupid. They believe anything somebody says that is of a figure with a blue check mark or whatever. Listen, I've watched this game since the late 80s. I've played this game. The highest I've been is college football. I was taught by a lot of the great coaches that played in the NFL. Some played in the Super Bowl. Some played at a higher level and were very successful. So when I try to tell people about the game, I learned the game, I learned the plays. Yeah, it's different terminology. That's the only thing different. The problem is you got all these people wanting to push agenda or push a hot topic out there instead of spitting real stuff. Ben Roethlisberger needs to go and get experience. He needs to coach. First, he needs to coach Little League. Okay? Then he needs to go coach high school. Then he needs to go coach college. Then he could go to the pros. He got to get experience. But if he does decide that, I'm just going to go in the NFL, well, he needs to start from the bottom and then work his way up. He needs to gain experience. He needs to gain it by talking. He needs to learn how to manage personalities. Starting Little League, I would do that for a couple years. Then I would go to, high school. Learn the game, talk with different people, get some things going, talk some things over, learn the system. But don't tell me because he white, he get a pass to just go do whatever the hell he like. It's like, come on. Where they do that at? Like, straight up. Where do they do that at? I don't understand, but I'm gonna watch the game from last night tonight, and then give my take give my take later. For what I was watching and stuff. San Fran, when they go against a real good team, a defense, they're gonna be in trouble. Brock Purdy can't throw over 30 yards consistently. All he does is throw slants, short routes. And he threw that one corner route good. He threw to the end zone. That was straight. But the Giants' problem is they should have treated Saquon better. They should have got another running back to help Saquon out. And they're going to be in trouble. See, they think this boy Daniel Jones is going to lift them out of nowhere. No. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Eli Manning was not like that either. Eli had a good team around him. He had a running game that would pick him up. This guy don't have a running game. He don't have the talented receivers that Eli had. You're going to get this kid killed and you're going to get your offense killed. But moral of the story is this. This is the moral of the story. This is the facts. Ben Roethlisberger don't need to be no goddamn coach. All he's going to do is make it worse. He's going to hurt the Steelers. Matt Canada is a bad choice, but he's better than Big Ben. They need to go get a real offensive coordinator. Like, for real, for real. They need to get them offensive coordinator. And I think that'll help them out tremendously. But they need one ASAP. Out there, I have no idea who they can get right now, because there's really nobody. They really don't have nobody out. But I will look into I would look at teams who have a solid pass game and run game, a mixture of things, and I would go with them. Or I would try, a college coach. Look at what Todd Monken's doing. Everybody was like, man, Todd Monken, man, who is he and everything? And I was like, man, let's just give him let's see what he does. He had, Georgia was doing well. And ever since then, they've been straight. Now we got to see what he does in situational football. But they need to get them a coordinator who knows how to run the ball. Knows how to mix up the run game and everything. That's what they need. So, thank you guys for listening, man. Make sure that you like the video. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You like it, you subscribe, you share it. You hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If you guys love what you hear, you can donate to the page. Go into the description box. Hitting that link that goes to my Cashapp to donate whatever your heart's desire. You can find me on Zelle. You can take that number from the description box. Put it in the search for Zelle and you'll find my account. And then you guys can also super chat when we live or premiere. And you guys can also leave a super thanks. Thank you for your love and blessings. We out. Deezy.